Uncle Snoop, we got our coons. Steve Harvey and long chin ass Jennifer Holliday. Steve Harvey, the long snout individual who is known for messing up names at pageants and stuff, met up with Donald Trump this morning about urban housing and development. Girl, let me tell y'all something. I'm not really surprised. I wasn't thinking Steve Harvey would meet up with Donald Trump, considering how dire it is that Donald Trump gets some black puns in his, whatever you want to call it, his little toolbox and stuff to make it seem like he's trying to unify the country. I'm not really surprised that Steve Harvey showed up. I'm not surprised that Steve Harvey answered the call. And Steve Harvey, I watched your little interview or your little snippet or whatever was sneaking in, and your response was, you already knew that you was going to be in some hot water. Your response was, well, Obama told us to get out here and do the work and get off of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all this type of stuff. Let me tell you something, it's more people doing stuff with these little internet platforms than what you are doing. True enough, you might pass out a card to it, you might do a cute little radio show and all this type of stuff, but meeting up with Donald Trump is not going to serve anything when he does not even have people of color in his administration. This is what pisses me off with y'all. Y'all think, oh, well, you know, he came in, he let us in through the back door, but he has no representation of people who look like you or me in his administration. The people of color he has in his administration don't see the world how we see it. Them are the individuals that want us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and make it work. I'm not understanding what's going on with these black celebrities as they advance up, you know, the social scale or whatever. I'm not understanding how they lost sight of what's going on and where they came from. It's not making any sense to me. Like, Steve Harvey, I understand just a tidbit what you're trying to do, but it doesn't make sense. This man has divided this country completely. At this point, and I hate to say it, it's them against us, and he's made it that way. Girl, he has white nationalists in his damn administration. Have you not been paying attention to these hearings? Steve Harvey, where's your big nose ass at reading strawberry letters? This ain't making no sense to me. And these people think they're doing something by going to meet up with this man in the back of the house, girl. I just don't, this is not 1956. I don't want you to let me in the back door. Bitch, I'm coming through the front door. I'm gonna make it known. Then you gonna sit here and say, we talked about golf and we talked about all this shit. Girl, you are a pawn. But I understand you gonna get your little 10% out of the cut anyway. But you trying to get mainstream, girl. You itching your way. You jujuing on the beat to the white media, okay? You doing it. So my eye is on your ass. But I do not appreciate it. I feel like it's too early. We need to see what this man is doing. Steve Harvey, what knowledge do you have of urban development that you can offer this man? That's how I know it's bullshit. You have no knowledge of how that stuff works, to my knowledge of how stuff like that works. So why are you meeting up with him? Because you are a celebrity. You are a black celebrity that speaks to people of color. That's why he chose you, you dumbass pun. Let me move on, because the more I talk about Steve Harvey, I can't talk about him too much. That's probably why they gave me the Steve Harvey ass haircut today. I'm gonna get on that shit later on. Jennifer long chin ass Holiday, I got a couple of words for you. I'm telling you, we ain't going nowhere either, because we gonna stay on your long chin ass this goddamn afternoon. How dare you take your ass to sing at the inauguration? Let me tell you something. Barbados. Every one of y'all asses that jump in front and speak for Donald Trump or be in any situation, any circles with him, you gonna get this work. Jennifer Holiday, I guarantee you on the bottom of the totem pole to be chosen, but they didn't have any other choice. You wanna know why black people or people of color are not interested in being at Trump's inauguration? Because he has divided the country. But it's people like you who do anything for a coin, and that's what I see from you. Got bills to pay, girl. You know what? Like Doniva says, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. And I guess that's what you need to be doing. But I'm not checking for your ass. I don't wanna hear you sing. Matter of fact, when you start singing, I'm gonna mute that shit real quick, girl. I read that shit in closed caption, because that's the only time you'll be able to speak to me or anybody that looks like me, honey. I'm just not interested. And back on Steve Harvey, Steve Harvey's interview with CNN made it no better. For him to just sit over here saying, you know, you got to do the work, it's just almost like you telling millennials, girl, y'all need to get off of Twitter, you need Facebook and all this type of stuff. Social media is the reason why some of this stuff is being brought to the light. Girl, I can know what's going on in Chicago and Atlanta, okay, by social media and Twitter and all that type of stuff. So don't your ignorant ass get on this TV trying to tell us that we need to get off of Twitter and Facebook and all this type of stuff, and we bring a light to the situation, girl. And the only light that you got, you taking it to Donald Trump so he can blow the damn candle out of your dumb ass. I'm not here for it. We gonna really see who's here for us. Let me be clear why I'm upset. I'm upset because Donald Trump has not picked anybody in his administration that can help the betterment of people of color and black people. That is the reason why I am upset. That's the reason with me being pissed off to the highest pissivity, because the more I see these people like Kanye West meeting up with Donald Trump, y'all ass ain't getting invited to the White House, bitch. Y'all getting invited to Trump Tower. power. That's the back door. That some of y'all don't see it because he doesn't have any of y'all asses. Coming to the White House, he's not putting y'all in any type of positions of power to affect and make change. He's having y'all ass come through Trump Tower so them cameras can get y'all ass on there so it can look like he's unifying the country. I'm not falling for that shit, and neither should you. So with that being said, Jennifer Holliday and Steve Harvey are canceled.